Hello and welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh deck breakdown, where we'll be taking a look at Yu-Gi-Oh decks. And we'll be taking a look at a couple aspects of them. So first, what is Yu-Gi-Oh breakdown? Well, it's where we look at the deck's lore and we're expanding the deck. We also look at some cards, relevant cards, and complementary cards to go along with the deck. And then I'll give you guys a deck profile of like something for this format and past formats, and then we'll just go over a little bit of trivia at the end to wrap things up. So first, we're gonna start off with Metalfoes. We gotta be talking about their field spell. Even though it sucks, it has pretty good art. We see here Luster Pendulum. He's like giving them power, or like giving them the fusion power or something. Basically, the root of their fusion is Luster. He gave them the power. Throughout the whole deck, we see the main deck Metalfoes monsters fuse with their machines. Um, all the Metalfoes main deck monsters have the same effect. Once per turn, you can destroy a card, and if you do, set one Metalfoes spell trap from your deck. They all do the same thing, except Bismugear. He does something a little bit special. We'll go over it. But here, we see Metalfoes Silvered. You can see her actually transforming into Metalfoes Mithrilium. You can see this in the artwork of Metalfoes Fusion. Like the machine's wings become her wings. You can see like, they fuse basically, as the spell says. Metalfoes Silvered also happens to be Heavy Metalfoes Electromite. It seems like a fusion of Mithrilium and what's the other guy's name? Orichalc. Basically, this is like the lore aspect. You can see that this is one character becoming stronger and stronger. Metal Fusion is obviously the main spell. It's why you play the deck basically. It gives you a draw from the graveyard to put itself back in the deck, and it also lets you fusion summon. Mithrilium bounces cards by shuffling two Metalfoes in your graveyard, and also it floats into a Metalfoes in the graveyard or in the extra deck. It's pretty good. And Electromite is probably the best card. When it's summoned, it sends any pendulum to the extra deck. And then if something in your pendulum zone leaves it, you draw one. And then what's this last effect? Oh yeah, you can destroy a face-up card to add a pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. Which is pretty good, Pretty good. That's why all pendulum decks run three of it. For the next cards, we'll be talking about Bismugear. Like I said, same effects for the pendulum effect. But this guy just floats during the end phase. So if it gets destroyed at the end phase, you can get a Metalfoes to your hand. It's not really floating, but like it searches you at the end phase. But here in these three cards, we can see Bismugear transforming into Algaheist. We can see the motorcycle, like the head of it becomes his hat. And then the wheel is like his staff, as you can see. I think that's the wheels right here. And then like the back pieces of the motorcycle are like here. You feel me? But what else? Right here, like the I don't even know what that's called, like the steering wheel, but for motorcycles, turns into his gauntlets. Pretty cool. For Full Metal Fusion, it's just a quick play fusion summon. That's all it does. And then Alkaheist, he's like Daltonite Restrict only during your opponent's turn. And then he gains defense equal to whatever attack it's equipped to him. And also, whatever's equipped to him, you can use that for your fusion summons. So, pretty good. And then, next, we'll be talking about Metalfoes Stealing. So, just like the other ones, same effect. Here we can see Stealing and Metalfoes counter fusioning with his machine, even though it's not a fusion card. This is 100% like them combining, as you can see in Adamante. Like the back burners are over here. The wheels have turned into like wings now. This back piece is obviously here. Like you can see it. But yeah, even though it's not a fusion card, it depicts one of the Metalfoes fusioning into the fusion counterpart. Counter, basically, if something you control is destroyed by a card effect or battle, you you special summon a Metalfoes from your deck, and then you can banish it from the graveyard to add a Metalfoes from your extra deck to your hand, but you can't do it the same turn it goes to the graveyard. You gotta do it a different turn. Adamante, no effect, 25 attack, 25 defense, but the most generic of the fusions. And then we're gonna go into my favorite Orichalc and its counterpart, Gold Driver. So, not much to talk about here for Gold Driver, but you can really see the fusion in Orichalc, where his all his wheels are on the back of him, so they're like his wings. And then you can see Gold Driver only has one axe, but when he powers up to Orichalc, my boy got two axes. Now, Orichalc, its recipe is two Metalfoes monsters, so it is the most exclusive thing to the archetype. And it's if two metal if a all right, basically it gives piercing damage to all your Metalfoes monsters, double piercing damage. And then if it leaves the field to the graveyard, you destroy one card on the field and it targets. But Orichalc is crazy. Really makes those OTKs live. Makes those OTKs against scapegoats easy wins. But yeah, you can see basically same card. You can see like his little hair. But that's just when they fuse with their machines, they become stronger. And last two cards for the monsters at least, Volflame and Crimson Knight. So Volflame, nothing special. Biggest body of all the Metalfoes, 24 attack, 2,000 defense, 24,000 I mean. And then, level 7, which is probably one of the best levels, especially for a pendulum. And then Crimson Knight, I think it's level 8. And then it takes one Metalfoes monsters plus any two monsters with less than 3,000. And he's a giant beater, 3,000, 3,000. But no one really played him. Like maybe he played one of him before the other support came out, but no one really plays him. But yeah, you can see like same machine. It kind of just lifted itself. If that makes any sense, because you can see like their arms are here. Same thing. The legs kind of stretch out. Like the legs go down, and then it seems like this part turns into the feet. Nothing really crazy. But basically that's for all the Metalfoes monsters and their fusion counterparts. The last card we're gonna look at is Metalfoes Combination, one of the best spells in the best traps in the deck. So basically, if you fusion summon, it lets you summon one Metalfoes fusion monster with a lower level than what you just fusion summoned. So any fusion summon works with this. And then if it leaves the field to the graveyard, you add a Metalfoes monster from your deck to your hand. And in the artwork, you can also see the Metalfoes chasing off the true king Agi Masud, the Banisher. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. But yeah, here you can see Adamante, Orichalc, and Mithrilium chasing the dude, Vanisher. Probably winning because, now they're all powered up with their new machines. And yeah, basically they drive them away. They drive the True Kings away. And they all get really mad and they bring out DFD, BFD. But we're not talking about that right now. This is the last card for the Metalfoes archetype. And yeah, I just put the True King because he's also part of the story with them. He's like their nemesis, so to speak. All right, next we're gonna be talking about really good support cards for the deck. So before Kieran got banned, the Magic Spectre engine was really good, and even now the Magic Spectre is really good, in my opinion, for Metalfoes. Zodiacs used to be really good before Dryden and Broadwell got hit. I don't know if you can really use them now, but they used to be really good, especially because they let you search a low scale. Rescue Rabbit for sure. I always play two. Really good for Metalfoes. Bubble Boon, honestly, probably the best card in the deck. It lets you, if you draw your bad cards, it lets you put it back, and then when you blow it up, summons two more copies of itself. So that's a +1. And then for those both copies, you draw and you put back two. So it lets you fix your hands. It's pretty good. You can also play like a Cosmo variant that was pretty successful before. And then there's also True Draco variant. So it's pretty good. It's the most successful one in modern day, It had some tops like a couple formats ago. I don't know if recently, but before it was pretty good. And here's like my personal deck list. All that being said, currently the best deck is Goki, and this has like no main deck hand traps, so like that's not really good. But if you wanted to throw in the 6 hand traps and take something 6 things out, you could. I play 42, but this is honestly the best list I came up with. It has a very small engine, has a little small Sephra engine. It's pretty good because Oracle of Sephra gets you to Sephrath. Sephrath gets you to Sephranu. This searches your spell that can then search out your trap. Or if you open the spell, you can search Sephrath to send this. Like, it's good. Like, it's a nice little small engine. And it's not necessarily like there's garnets in here. Like, even if you draw Sephranu and not the other things, as long as you pendulum Sephranu, you still get its effect off. So it's a small little engine, and this guy's pretty good because he's a dragon, and if a Sephra card you control is destroyed by battle card effect, you can summon him from the graveyard or your hand. And of course, I play one Dragon Shine and one Foolish Burial, so he's like another dragon target for the 2 Dark Worms, because Dark Worm's one of the best pendulums, and 3 Chronographs, because if you get Chronograph and you special Boombuku, or you special your Dark Worm, or you special your Rescue Rabbits, or you special your Bababoons, like just off your special, like doing anything of that is pretty good. Like Boombuku nets you a +1, Bababoon also nets you a +1 if you destroy it, Dark Worm +1, Rescue Rabbit +1. Like Chronograph just allows you to summon them before your normal summon and before your pendulum summon, which is pretty strong in my opinion. Shout out to Triff for like making me realize how strong Chronograph actually is. Triff Gaming. This is a pass list for when Zodiacs and Karen were on the format. This was one of the best, funnest time to play Metalfoes. But because you would have like Karen and Dryden and Alkahais on board. Good times. But yeah, this was like a pass list, very, very strong list. And I believe this is Billy Breaks list. He was the one that put me onto playing 2 of the combinations, even though he didn't end up playing 2 combinations. But 2 combinations is really good, especially pre-link format, because you could like use one to search, and then the other ones we would use for its actual effect. It's pretty good. So last, like I said, we're gonna end with some trivia. The last time we see Metalfoes on cards is actually in Dragonic Diagram, and it's not even like any of like the important ones. It's like stealing like the most irrelevant one, but whatever. I guess he's like the strongest one of the clan. I guess because clearly Rap. We all know Rapier is the strongest one of the Zodiac clan, and here we see Kriston Kwan, and they're all helping Masterpiece make another creature. I think it's like Metatron 9 or something that they make. Yeah, pretty cool to see this Metalfoes stealing. And last, when I was researching this video, I was like, why is Electromite called Electromite? And I looked it up, and it says Electrum is a natural occurring alloy of gold and silver with tremendous amount of copper and other metals. But what really stuck out to me was says gold and silver, which, if you all remember, Orichalc's original name is Metalfoes Gold Driver, and Mithrilium's name is Metalfoes Silver. So yeah, gold, silver, they make Electrum. Pretty cool. But if you guys like this content, if you want to see more content of like where we look through Yu-Gi-Oh decks, break down the lore, break down what their cards do, what the cards like, how they change over time, and any other Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, make sure to subscribe here to Yu-Gi-Oh Stories. All right, peace out, guys.